Hello, listeners. Before we begin, just a quick note. This scenario, like the game itself, is entirely fictional and intended for entertainment purposes. It contains supernatural and exaggerated elements inspired by the absurdity and the horror of wartime propaganda, pulp adventure, and vampire cinema. That said, the events of the 10th of May, 1941 are very real and very strange. What exactly happened that night remains one of the more curious and contested episodes of the Second World War. We've taken considerable liberties, but if this story sparks your interest, we sincerely encourage you to explore the real history behind it, because, as so often happens, the truth is far stranger and darker than any fiction. Now, on to the episode.
We never really talked about it, but are either of you optimists or pessimists?
What does that mean? Optimist means a person with a half-full plate of chicken nuggets. Pessimist means somebody has a half-empty chicken nugget plate.
Well, then there's me. I didn't order the chicken nuggets. I asked for a friggin' hamburger.
Oh well.
My Daughter's Keeper presents Get Hess, a scenario for Eat the Reich. Episode 3, Eyes on Target. Zvergi steps forward, boots crunching softly over pine needles, and grips the shaft of her spear. The cat sith beneath her twitches once, and then stills completely. She kneels without ceremony, fangs bared, and sinks them into the creature's throat. The taste is strange, hot, musky, tinged with something otherworldly, but the essence is the same. Life, stolen and devoured. As the blood pours into her, she feels the flicker of power ignite in her limbs. A lesser flame than her sister's earlier feast, but enough. Enough to sharpen the edge, enough to stand taller. She rises, wiping her mouth with the back of her hand. Across the clearing, Cray watches. Their eyes lock. No words, just that shared, bone-deep understanding only twins forged in violence can know. This is it. No more planning, no more running. This is as strong as they'll be. Just enough power, just enough fury, just enough of them left to finish what they started. They turn together towards the dark cut of the estate's access road. One final breath, one shared look. It's time to get Hess.
You both are slightly more powered up.
I'm more powered up because I got.
Oh yeah, Cray's a lot more. Yeah, Cray's actually feeling pretty good about herself.
You're the stronger one. So you should have the bigger blood. You literally have a bazooka. I just have a bomb.
You've got all sorts. Do you want me to actually go through your loadout a minute?
Sure.
You've got a machine gun,
Yes.
your spear, frag grenades,
Yes.
and you've also got special item. Kind of looks like a dream catcher you wear around your wrist. And it's for summoning spirits.
I should have used that first.
You didn't have any blood to be able to use it.
I need blood for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna drink some more blood so I can use it more often. More than I take my chances, or I will revenge.
Your immediate threats have been disposed of. You know what your mission is. You're supposed to be getting Hess. Where are you going to go?
I'm gonna go for the road because if we go straight to the estate, I think we survive.
The Gellhorn twins move through the pine-dark forest with the effortless poise of predators who do not need to breathe. Not a footstep disturbs the loam beneath them. Their coats whisper against bramble and branch, but leave no snag, no sound. They don't so much walk as glide, death in duplicate, stitched into the shadows of early summer. Above them, the canopy is sparse enough to let moonlight pool in patches, silvering the bark, casting long shadows. Somewhere in the darkness, an owl calls once, then falls silent. Even the insects seem to hold their breath. They move as one until the trees begin to thin and the ground flattens beneath their feet. Up ahead, the land opens. Cleared long ago and poorly reclaimed by nature, their preternatural eyes catch the subtle contour of tire ruts beneath the moss. This is it. According to the maps issued by the Ministry of Occultism, stitched on white cloth, annotated in old ink and modern paranoia, this should be the access road that leads to the Duke's estate. And it is. But there are no lights, no sound, no engines, and apparently no guards. Just a faint breath of pine still in the air, and the waiting hush of the wee small hours, when even the living world forgets itself.
Ooh, interesting. You perhaps realize how close you are to the road, because you see another set of headlights and the sound of an engine as a car makes the turning onto the access road and begins bombing it up the drive towards the estate.
Can I just lay down?
You want to hide?
Yes, just lay down on the floor.
Give me a sneak.
Okay. Like one of those. Can I go inside the bush? Like one of those.
Yeah, give me a sneak.
One of those dead bears. 5. Sneak.
Yep, so that's a regular success.
4, 2.
Yeah, so you both get regular successes. You can both hide.
Without a word, the Gellhorn turns slip into the undergrowth. Brambles tug harmlessly at their coats. Leaves shiver but do not betray them. They crouch low, silent, still, watching. Moments later, the night breaks. A low growl rises in the wind, mechanical and urgent. Tires crunching gravel, an engine whining would barely contain panic. Headlights pierce the darkness, sweeping wide shadows across the pines. A black car, civilian, not military, races past the twins' concealed position, mud slicked and rattling with speed it wasn't built to handle. As it roars by, the twins glimpse only flashes. A man hunched behind the wheel, white-knuckled, something or someone moving in the back seat, the stink of adrenaline and desperation trailing in its wake like exhaust fumes. Up ahead, caught in the halo of the haylights, the road ends abruptly with a pair of wrought iron gates, tall, shut, flanked by 2 uniformed sentries with rifles slung and postures like men told to expect trouble, but not told when. The car doesn't slow. For a moment, the twins are left with only the echoes of tires and the blinking of torchlight at the gates, and then knowing certainty that whatever the vehicle was running from, it might not have been fast enough. Because what it is running from might already be here.
Ah! How about we jump onto the roof of the car? Yeah.
If you want to jump on top of the car, give me a Constitution roll.
Oh, right. Wait.
Yeah, you don't quite make it in time.
I say follow it.
Yep.
Just stand on the ground and do like a worm walk. Wee.
Well, give me a search roll then.
Okay, ow.
As Zvergi sort of follows it more overtly.
4.
Okay.
Cray moves like a rolling fog, low, silent, and with intent. Her boots don't snap a twig, her breath doesn't stir the air. She crosses the distance between the tree line and the parked vehicle in moments, a living shadow cast in flesh and purpose. Ahead, the car idles beneath the cold glare of the sentry post's floodlights. One headlamp is cracked, the bonnet steaming faintly. It reeks of overworked machinery and cold sweat. The 2 guards lean in, rifles slung but fingers twitching near triggers. Their inspection is slow and deliberate, too thorough. Not the kind of cursory glance paid to someone expected. This is the posture of men who've been warned something unnatural is coming and now suspect everything. Cray glides in a low crouch beside the access road's embankment, concealed in the shadows just outside the pool of light. Through the windscreen and the passenger window, her vision sharpens and locks on to the occupants within. The chauffeur, older, greying, tensed at the wheel, gripping it as if afraid the car might drive off without him. And behind him, in the rear seat, a tall, broad-shouldered man, dressed in what appears to be an aviator's flight suit. Rather odd on a country road at this hour. He doesn't move, he doesn't speak, he just watches the guard with the flat, indifferent expression of a man used to being obeyed, and annoyed when he isn't. The guards, meanwhile, are patting down the boot, exchanging clipped words, one of them peering with a torch into the back seat. They're not harassing, they're stalling. Something's off, and Craig can feel it. In the rigidity of the guard's back, in the too perfect calm of the passenger, and in the faint metallic tang in the air that her kind knows all too well. Something unnatural is close, closer than they realize, and it's neither of them.
Okay, right. There's two options. It might be the person we're looking for, or it might just be a very wealthy person that's there.
Can
Yes.
I be backup?
Backup.
Yeah, so I can help her when she's in trouble, so I can just bomb the whole place.
No, that's my job.
I'll
That's
just
my
bomb a
job.
little bit.
What bomb help?
Or I don't want to do it and just shoot people.
I'm pretty sure I have a gun.
Does she have anything?
Yeah, you get up. You get up just in time to see whatever Cray is about to do. Let's find out.
Do the fence have roofers?
Roofs.
It's an
Gate.
iron.
Oh.
It's an iron gate.
Yeah.
How far is iron?
How far is the gates from you? Probably quite far. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
close to it.
you're still catching up.
Okay, I have a chance. If there's a tree on the other side of it, then I might have a chance to get over to the other tree over there.
Tarzan.
You're looking to speed up by bouncing from tree to tree.
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution roll.
Wait, that's what Ida does.
What?
That's literally what he does. He climbs on the tree and starts bouncing across it. Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's just not happening. For whatever reason, you're just not feeling it.
Can I carefully go on the ground and follow my sister?
Yeah, you can just follow on foot.
Yeah.
It'll take you a couple of minutes to catch up.
Is there any shortcuts I can get near her?
Probably not.
No. You really don't have anything that will help you.
No.
You're just going to have to run to catch up at any speed. If you walk, it's going to take you about 3-4 minutes to catch up. If you sneak, it's going to take more like 5 or 6 minutes. Whatever happens, whatever you decide, you're going to arrive too late to assist immediately what's going to happen now. What's Craig doing? As you can see this, obviously they're checking papers and they're checking identification of who's in the car.
Right. How thick are these bars?
They're regular iron railing bars.
Can I use my rats to distract them so they can't even see who's in the car because they need to think of getting behind it. And then when they're focusing about the rats, I get behind it and then
And then you just try to hide into it.
Yeah, you can, if you want to spend 1 blood in order to summon your rat swarm,
You get my bomb.
and you want to basically order them to be a distraction. Is that right?
Yes, just like that.
Okay.
If you want them to have bombs in it, then you head away from me so I can put the bombs on.
Well, in that case, give me a terrify roll with 1 extra dice.
One, 3.
Cray exhales slowly, eyes narrowing to slits of crimson focus. She doesn't speak, there's no need. She merely extends her will like a net cast into the dark corners of the world, into hollow walls, storm drains, root tunnels, into the forgotten cracks where vermin listen and wait. And they answer. First a twitch, then a scrabbling. Suddenly the night comes alive with the rustling of countless feet. From the drainage ditch, from beneath the access road, from the branches of the trees, little bodies, furred, twitching, and purposeful, pour forth in a chittering tide. Rats by the dozen, then hundreds, their eyes gleaming red in the floodlight's glare, tiny mouths chittering and chattering with malice and hunger. The guard's pulls mid-search. One steps back, blinking, the gleam of his torch sweeping wildly across the oncoming swarm. The other lowers his rifle, mouthing slight confusion. No fear, just bafflement. What the hell's this? They look at each other, at the car, at the rats beginning to swarm over the tires, the bonnet, and the sentry's boots. But still they do not panic. No shouts, no fumbling for weapons, just utter confusion. Calm confusion. As if they've rehearsed for this. As if they've seen worse.
Because my rolls don't look great for me getting on the car, can I just sneak behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sneak roll.
6, 4, 2.
Excellent. That's 3 actions then. Or you can spend your 6 as a double.
Can I try to get on the roof as I originally planned for?
Yeah. You certainly use one of your success, and I say you probably are going to need to use your critical success to make this work.
Cray moves, not with speed, but with the eerie, fluid grace of something that's forgotten what bones are for. She melts into the swarm, her cloak whispering through the fur and claw, her pale shape indistinguishable from the rippling dark of that rat tide. Like smoke riding a draught, she flows over the back of the vehicle, up and onto the roof of the car, completely unseen. None of the guards react, not the driver, not the square-faced man in the rear seat. Only one pair of eyes track her ascent. Far off, just within the shadow line of the trees, her twin watches with the quiet amusement of a creature who has seen this trick before and knows exactly how it ends. The rats continue their surge, skittering over boots, swarming the road, crawling up the wrought iron gates. One of the guards grunts, flicks his torch aside, and murmurs something too low to catch. Then both men step back in perfect synchronicity and begin to open the gates. The iron creaks wide on rusted hinges, and the car, still idling tensely, lurches forward like a hound finally unleashed. Its tires crush the first wave of rats without hesitation. Bones snapping, bodies bursting in tiny wet pops beneath the wheels. A slick, blood-dark trail is left in its wake, staining the gravel and pooling in the low ruts of the road as it rolls deeper into the estate. Cray, above, crouches like a gargoyle, silent, patient, poised.
And Zvergi sees this all happening.
I have an idea.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You know when Mo landed on those things with flooding her? And I screamed. How about I do that again?
You basically want to terrify them. You terrify the guards.
Yeah.
All right, give me a terrify roll then.
Do you remember what happened last time?
What? 4. 5, 5, 2, 3.
All right, so of course we ignore the 2 and the 3. That's 2 successes.
Zvergi tears down the access road with inhuman speed. Coat flaring, spear in hand, eyes glowing red with hunger and momentum. She's small, yes, but there is nothing childlike in her approach. She flows like a ghost on fire, too fast to focus on, too loud to ignore. The guards spin towards her, weapons twitching in their hands, but they are too late and too mortal. One stumbles back with a cry, dropping his torch. The other lets out a clipped shout and half raises his rifle before abandoning the effort entirely, turning in panic towards the nearest cover. Neither man has the look of someone trained for this. Not monsters, not this close, not this fast. They break formation, discipline collapses, and the hunt is well and truly on.
So you've reduced their threat slightly. However, he managed to squeeze one round off at you. Roll me a d6 and let's find out how badly damaged you're going to be.
He's telling us stop screaming.
Ooh.
4.
Ooh.
Panic chokes the guard's senses. His hands tremble on cold steel. But somewhere in the haze of terror, instinct kicks in. Training drills through the fear. His fingers find the trigger, and the rifle cracks once. The shot tears through the night like thunder. Svergi feels the impact before she even registers the sound. A sudden burning punch in her upper arm. The bullet rips into her bicep mid-stride, shattering the flesh, tearing through the muscle, and more importantly, cutting through the ink sigil that pulses beneath her skin. There's no scream, just a shudder, a brief flicker of heat, then cold. The magic etched into her body, a glyph of power drawn in blood and ash, sputters out like a candle snuffed in a storm. She feels the loss instantly, a sensation like a door slamming shut inside her skull. The aura it granted, the ruled channel to her dark gifts, gone. The pain is secondary, the rage is not. Blood runs hot down her arm, mingling with the sacred ink now bleeding into the dirt. Her fangs are bare, not in pain, but with promise. The guard who fired sees her stumble, and then sees her stand back up. The bullet did not kill her. It only gave her resolve.
Get my senior to shoot at him.
You shoot me, I shoot you.
Give me a shoot roll.
2, 4.
So that's one regular success. That's great. Roll me for damage.
2.
Svergi doesn't pause, doesn't scream, doesn't even blink. The burning hole in her arm might as well be a candle flame to her now, an irritation, not a wound. With a smooth, practiced motion, she drops her spear into the crook of her elbow and draws her machine gun. The action is mechanical, ritualistic, inevitable. She pulls the trigger. The muzzle flash lights up the road in staccato bursts. Yellow-orange flares flashing like a photographer's bulb from hell. The gun shatters with undead glee, spitting out vengeance faster than mortal eyes can track. The guard doesn't even get a second shot. His body violently jerks, a round stitch across his chest, shredding cloth, tearing through flesh. He spins once, twice, and then crashes to the ground like a puppet with its strings cut. The other guard stares wide-eyed, rooted to the spot, and Svergi, smoking gun in hand, steps forward, calm as a saint at a massacre. She doesn't smile. She simply reloads.
The other one, however, is still paying close attention to you. He gets 2 shots off.
Another kill. Time to kill again.
Ooh. And one of those hits you successfully. Roll me a d6.
A 1.
Oh, okay. Isn't there one good in this case?
The second guard doesn't hesitate. He acts not like a brave man, but a desperate one, too scared not to pull the trigger. 2 quick bursts crack through the night. Short, clean, and professional. The first shot goes wide, biting bark from a nearby tree. The second hits squarely in Svergi's shoulder. A dull thud, a punch of lead, and pressure that spins her slightly on her heel. The pain is fleeting, little more than heat through muscle, a twitch of a torn nerve. She's endured worse before breakfast. But something else happens. In the moment after impact, Svergi feels something leave her. Not blood, not strength. Something deeper. That strange feral vitality, the low hum of animal instinct that always clung to her aura like musky smoke, is gone. Vanished, as though someone reached inside her and pulled a thread tight and cut it. There's no scent, no scream, no mystical feedback blast. Just emptiness. A sensation like standing at the edge of a forest she didn't know she'd been in, only to realize the trees have disappeared. Something in her is unspooled, not broken, but stripped. The bullet was mundane. The loss was not.
Gun.
You're just going to blast them again.
Yeah,
I
did this.
Give me a shoot roll then.
1.
Oh yeah, your
Let's try it again.
Your shots go wide. This is not looking good.
Mo, help me here. Mo, help.
But his shot also goes wide. He's perhaps having trouble keeping a track of you now.
46.
Oh, that's a crit. That's a double action. So obviously you're going... Well, you've got a choice now. You've managed to close the distance quite a bit now.
Can I drink the blood now?
Ooh, give me a brawl roll.
416.
The second exchange of fire is wild and frenzied. The guard's hands shake. His shot goes wild, gouging the trees. Zvergi's own bird grips into the gravel beside his boots. Too fast, too close, too angry to aim. But it doesn't matter. She's already upon him. With a low snarl, Zvergi lunges, closing the last few meters like a bullet fired by hunger itself. One moment she's a shape in the smoke, the next she's airborne, cloak flaring, spear forgotten, fangs bared. The guard barely turns his head before she slams into him with a bone-snapping force. They crash to the ground in a tangle of limbs and broken discipline. He tries to shout, but her hands are already on his shoulders, pinning him, her eyes burning, her mouth open. And then, teeth. Her fangs sink deep into the tender flesh of his throat. Warm blood erupts like prayer from an open vein, coating her tongue and the coppery taste of terror and failure. She drinks, not greedily, not messily, but with practiced rhythm, a ritual older than fire. The guard twitches, gasps once, and goes still. Zvergi rises slowly, wiping the blood from her lips with the back of her arm. Breathless, not from the effort, but from satisfaction. Her eyes flick upwards. Down the gravel drive, the car is still just visible, creeping through the shadows towards the manor, and there, perched like a gargoyle on the roof, her sister waits, watching, patiently ready. The Gellhorn twins have announced themselves, and this was only the beginning. And that concludes another episode of Get Hess, my little Eat the Reich scenario. We hope you've enjoyed the carnage, and that your thirst for pulpy horror and undead mayhem is far from quenched. As ever, we'd like to raise a glass, preferably filled with something red and suspicious, to our friends at G3 Toys and Western Supermare. They've been a huge part of fueling our tabletop madness, and we are delighted to keep dedicating this vampiric ROM to Kevin and the whole G3 team. Whether you're after dice, rulebooks, board games, or just a community of fellow weirdos to roll with, go check them out online or in person. Seriously, they've got more character sheets than Dracula's got enemies. Until next time, stay sharp, stay out of the sunlight, and don't trust anyone offering free Snizzle.